Hello children, welcome to the virtual session again. So today we are going to continue with acid, bases and salts. This is the part 2 of the chapter. So we have started this chapter in our previous session. So let us continue with this acid or base. We have seen some properties of acid or bases in our earlier session. So now in this session we are going to see how are we going to check the presence of acid or a base. So there one test we can have physical test. Chemical test we will see later. Physical test, there are two possible physical tests to identify an acid or a base. So first, taste. An acid tastes sour whereas a base tastes bitter. The method of taste is not advised as an acid or a base could be contaminated or corrosive. So how will you find it? Tasting of acid or base or any chemicals is strictly not allowed. So not advisable because it can be contaminated or corrosive and it will be harmful. Corrosive means it can react. Better to avoid tasting chemicals. So now next resort or next help which we can take to see whether the given substance is acid or a base, we can take a help of indicators. So effect on indicators by acids and bases. Both acid and bases will have different effect on indicators. Indicators are chemicals. So let us see an indicator is a chemical substance which show a change in its physical properties, mainly color or odor, when brought in contact with an acid or a base. So a sense of smelling or visibility, the color change will help us to know whether a substance is acid or a base. So for that we need to have some knowledge of the color change. So let us see now. Below mention are commonly used indicators and different colors they exhibit. So acid base indicators are substances which show one color or odor in acidic medium and different color or odor in basic medium. So once you have a knowledge that this particular acid shows a color change in this uh, particular indicator, then becomes a sure test for us. So please take this down in your notebook. Acid base indicators are substances which show one color or odor. That means they are called as olfactory indicators. In acidic medium and basic medium, they will show different color or odor. So now litmus, you can see litmus over here. In a neutral solution, it is purple in color. It's a natural indicator we naturally obtain from plants. So in acidic solution, it shows red color. In basic solution, it shows blue color. So litmus is also available as strips of paper in two variants, red litmus and blue litmus. An acid turns a moist, please mark the term moist blue litmus paper to red. You have to take down the highlighted words are extremely important. An acid turns moist blue litmus paper to red. The litmus paper which you are using should be moist. A blue litmus paper will turn red in acid. A base turn moist red litmus paper to blue. So red will turn blue in a base. So please mark the term moist over here and the color change. Please mark it and please do write in your notebook. Underline the keywords so that for you to understand the color change clearly. Methyl orange, in neutral solution it is orange, in acidic solution it is red, and in basic solution yellow. So with the color change, if you treat acid or a base or any substance given to you, you can check the acidic and basic behavior of the substance or a neutral behavior as well with methyl orange. So please write down the color change. Phenolphthalein, again as methyl orange, phenolphthalein is also a synthetic indicator, that is it is prepared in the lab. It is not naturally obtained. So in neutral solution it is colorless, but in acidic medium remains colorless, and in basic medium it gives a prominent pink color. It's a very prominent test of a base. The presence of base is clearly indicated with the help of phenolphthalein indicator. It will immediately turn pink. Take this down children. Then based on colors, over here you can see some color change here: vinegar, distilled water, baking soda, just to give you an experience of how the color will look and it will indicate the presence of an acid. So blue will turn red, red will turn blue. Baking soda is a base, it will turn blue. Distilled water remain neutral. So natural indicator litmus, red cabbage leaf extract is again a natural indicator. Hydrangeum flowers again a natural indicator. So please take down under natural indicators, take down these three names: litmus, red cabbage leaf extract, and hydrangeum flowers. Then synthetic, you take down two: phenolphthalein and methyl orange. So in acidic medium it will remain colorless, in base it will turn pink. And over here you can see methyl orange turns red in acid and yellow in base. Next, it is a scale ranging from 0 to 14, and it will show a color change over here depending upon the acidic, basic and the neutral behavior of the substance. So over here, just have a brief look on this. You can see pure water, neutral, so it will remain on 7. As you go below 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you will have substance becoming more acidic. If towards 0, when it moves, go down to 0, it substance become more acidic, and it is when it goes high, when it goes towards 14, it substance become more basic. So over here, coffee, tomato juice, vinegar, lemon juice, digestive juices, they are all coffee weakly acidic, then tomato, vinegar, lemon juice and digestive juice moderately acidic, battery acid highly acidic, very acidic. Then when you go above, you will see borax or baking soda weakly basic, then ammonia moderately basic, then household bleach very basic. So you can just have a look on this strip, or it's a scale from 0 to 14 which give different pH scale. So we will see the pH scale later. First you will just have a look on the color change when you have difference in their acidic and the basic behavior. So based on order, you can have color change. You are done with indicators. Color change will tell you the acidic and the basic behavior, and the strength of the acid or the basic also we can find with that pH scale. Now based on order, onion cloth strip, vanilla essence and clove oil will show different order. We get a different smell in these indicators with acids and base. So you are more focused on the color change indicators. We are going to have practicals also on that. So our main focus is the color change indicators in acid, base and neutral solution. So what is universal indicator? First of all, you need to know litmus. Suppose if you take an example of litmus paper, litmus solution as an indicator, it will just give you the presence of acidic or basic nature of the substance. But if you want to know the actual strength of the acid, whether it's weakly acidic, moderately acidic or highly acidic, or weakly basic, moderately basic or highly basic, for that you need to have a proper pH. We need to know the proper pH of the substance. For that we use universal indicator. So universal indicator will not only help you to know a substance is whether acidic or basic, but also it will help you to know the strength of the acid or the base, or the substance is neutral. So all these information we will get. So it's a universal indicator is very helpful in this. Universal indicator has a pH range from 0 to 14. pH means power of hydrogen. So it's just a number, it's just a magnitude 0 to 14, which will not have any units. That indicate the acidity or alkalinity, that means basicity of a substance or a solution. A neutral solution will always have a pH equal to 7. A very good example is a distilled water. Now, here you will have a pH is minus the log of X plus ions. You just need to understand the concept. You can take it down. It will be helpful for you to understand pH. pH mathematically can be expressed as minus the log of H plus ions. That means it is inversely proportional. pH power of hydrogen is inversely proportional to the number of H plus ions present in a substance. So in pure water, you will have equal number of H plus and OH minus ions. That means 10 raised to minus 7. So the pH of pure water is 7. The pH scale ranges from 0 to 14, and you take down this information will be very helpful to solve some simple numerical as well as to identify the nature of the substances in your theory part. So the pH scale ranges from 0 to 14. pH smaller than 7 acidic solution, pH greater than 7 basic solution, and pH equal to 7 neutral. So you just need to understand, and you understand the mathematical relation between the pH and the H plus ions. They are inversely proportional, and if H plus ions increases, the pH value will decrease. pH value decreases means the substance become more acidic. I repeat myself, pH is equal to minus the log of H plus ions. If H plus ion increases, pH value will decrease. Decreasing of pH value means uh, it is more acidic. The strength of the acid will be higher. So like that you have to relate is inversely proportional. Now the pH scale over here, you will get to see this pH scale strip in the lab, and it shows a proper color gradient here, how the color change will take place, and you can match with the scale over here. This scale will actually will help you to understand the color change. If you take a substance and you add universal indicator, it will show a color change, and then you can match with the scale and get the pH from here, and you will come to know whether substance is weakly acidic, basic, strength you will come to know of the acid and the base. So over here you can see green color neutral, slightly alkaline you will get deep green color, then blue you will get 10, 11, 12 will be a deep blue, then you will get a higher range of violet, purple like that on 13, 14, very alkaline. And when you go to the acidic side, the color change will be as follows: light green will be and yellow slightly acidic, then moderately acidic you will get orange, deep orange, and highly acidic red and deep red will be highly acidic. So with this pH scale you can match with the color change which you perform, and then you can match and get the exact pH, and you'll come to know the strength of the acid and the base. So you have to draw this pH scale in your notebook and label it accordingly. Then next we will continue with the session in our next session, children. I hope you will have taken down all the important points which has to go in your notebook. Even though if you have written notes, you take down some important points as as a revision or as a drill for those important concepts. We will continue with the session next time, children. Have a great day.